Hey, what's up guys, Zedian here today, and today we're going to be cloning our pineapple guava finally from air layering and from cuttings, and we'll be doing a bunch more later soon, but just this one. We'll also be going to H&H Farms and starting our kind of our backyard nursery, getting a bunch of pots, soil, and a bunch of supplies for that. Peat moss, perlite, potting soil, and some pots to put our new trees in. Well, basically we're loading up on all this stuff because we're going to grow our own trees in these pots. The big air layers are going in here. The stuff from seed or from cutting is going to go in here. And then we can actually sell the trees and have kind of our own nursery. Okay, so right here we have some perlite, and right here we have some peat moss, and we're going to mix this up. This is going to be a nice, kind of like a rooting soil for it. So we'll just pour a little bit in here. Perlite in it. Not too much. Never used this stuff before. It's really squishy. Alright, and then you just want to mix this up, and it's going to start to kind of look like potting soil with the little nitrates in it. Just like that. And that should be good enough. I'm going to pour some of my water in it, and that will keep it moist. You want it to be pretty moist, because it's not going to get any water in it for a few weeks. More water going. Don't want it to be sopping wet though, because it will rot and it will be hard for the roots to grow. So you just mix it up until it's like so. Alright, and then seal it. Squeeze the water. Let's see, we'll leave a little bit open so that we can squeeze the air out. Just squish that water. See, the water is squeezing out of it. You want to leave the water in, but squeeze it pretty tight. No air. Alright, okay, let's go with the tree. So now I'm sterilizing my knife so that it doesn't get any infections on the tree. So it's getting really messy in here, and it's a bit hard to reach that. So we're actually going to take off one of these, prune this a little bit, and we're going to take a cutting home and see if we can propagate that the other way in case the air layer doesn't work. So right here, we're going to cut around this and just make kind of like a circle around it. And then we'll go up here about 2 inches more. We'll also cut around it just like that. And then we'll make a cut down the line like this. And then we'll start to peel this around. Peel off the bark. So see, we have, there's no bark on that. And then you don't have to do this, but what we're going to do is just cut a little bit to wound it. And that should kind of help it so that more roots will start to come out from that part of the tree. It looks like we got a few nodules on there, so maybe some roots will grow. Next, we're going to cut a hole, like a slit right here in our bag. Just like that. And then we're going to wrap this around. So see, the branch is going to go in here, and then we're just going to wrap it around. So we're going to hold it snug and tight. But before we do that, we're going to need to coat the branch in rooting hormone. And I don't have any of that, but you can use a bunch of other stuff. Aloe vera is the one we're trying out here. And this is a good one apparently.
Is there alcohol in the aloe vera gel?
No.
Are you sure?
It's pure, apparently. Okay, so just coat it around a little bit like that. And then we're gonna take our string right here. And we wanna tie, this part around like this to the bottom underneath where you made the cut. Tie it pretty tight because this stuff is going to be here for a long time. Alright, so now we can take our mixture, and basically this is going to be kind of like a hot dog. And it just push it in there, and then grab your rope, and some mud's coming out. Great. That means it's nice and moist in there. And you want to tie it around the branch very tightly, because it's going to need to make sure that all that soil is goes in. And then you could squeeze some of the water out. Looks like I did mine a bit moist. And then we'll tie it off right here. Just make a little tie there. And that's it. You leave it like that. You leave it for about, I think, 2 weeks to 30 days, and it should root. This is a strawberry guava, so I don't know what they take.
Guava.
Pineapple guava, my bad. So I don't know what they take, but we'll be back here in a few weeks to see if it's rooting. So here's our two cuttings, and we're gonna try and root. All right, so we're going to try to clone these two cuttings. It's the next day. I left them in the fridge so they wouldn't dry out. Peeled off most of the leaves. We're gonna peel these off so we have more nodules underneath. And this one is going to be pretty much a fresh new cut. We're gonna cut right here, right above this bud, kind of at an angle. And then down here, we're gonna go down about 6 inches and cut underneath this bud. And then we're gonna take our knife and just shave that up, wound it. Just the same thing every time. Try not to cut into the bud too much, but just like that, see, so that's exposed. And then we're gonna dip it into this liquid, which right here is basically half a cup of water with about 5 drops of apple cider vinegar. And we'll dip it in here, and we'll stick it right into this right here, which is some moist potting soil. Let's see, okay, 3 nodules in. And then the other one right here, we have some thoroughly soaked peat moss with perlite, which is just like what we did with the air layering. And we have a longer one, and we're gonna cut this down to the mature branch just to see if it'll root. This is all experimental. So we're gonna cut way down here, which that's much farther down. This is this year's branch right here, up here. But down here, this is kind of an older part, and we're gonna leave the leaves on. Just gonna cut that triangle out there, but I'm gonna cut the leaves so that they don't grow, but still will retain the moisture. And we'll do the same with this one. And then we'll stick it in, get that rooting hormone on it. This one, yeah, I guess we should wound this a bit because it has some thick bark that it will need to get through. So I'll shave that bark off. And then we'll root it and put it into this peat moss right here. Okay, let's see, we can't quite get down to that nodule, but there are plenty of nodules in there on the old bark. I've also got tags right here, just so we can tell what is going on with this plant. Do it on every one, and we'll just take this right around here, avoiding the part where the leaves will come out and any nodules on the sides. And basically, hopefully, these will root within 2 weeks to a month. I'm not sure. I haven't gotten any of these rooting yet. I've just started getting into this, so we're just doing a ton of different steps and just trying everything in hope that one thing will work. Rapidly, we're about to get more in the next episode. I'm doing some, well, we're not really doing the graft cloning, we're doing more air layering. But anyways, yeah, so we got these two right here. We'll leave them. And also just look at this lychee tree. It's literally making, it's making leaves, like large leaves. So I don't know what to do because I want to put it in soil so it will root, but it's just doing so much up here. So what we're going to do is, I don't know, I think I'll just put some rooting hormone on it. We'll wait till I get the actual powder form, and we'll stick it in some very moist soil, probably something like that, or like with the pineapple. The pineapple is doing well. Basically, you'll leave these kind of things in some partial shade. You want to leave it in a pretty stable climate, probably indoors or a greenhouse, and it should get a little bit of sun, but pretty indirect. So I have this window open, well, most of the day, but not quite the full day, and also the sun doesn't really come straight through here. Anyways, this collection is going to grow like crazy and it'll turn into trees. So I bought a bunch of pots, as you saw. Anyways, thanks for watching this, and I'll see you in the next episode.